Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you? Hello, Mariana. Hello, baby. How are you? Doing okay?
Fabulous.
The show is called Tell It Like It Is, Vinny and Mariana show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome this evening.
Oh, we got a hell of a show today. You know, normally we used to do them in the studio, so now we're going to do 1 month in the studio, 1 month out of the studio.
On location.
And we're at a place today. First of all, you know, I want to talk about something. A couple of weeks ago when the weather was like 5 degrees, you know, they didn't mention on the news how many people they found frozen, how many people were died in that weather. They didn't mention that on the news. Had a police friend of mine tell me, you know, it was like 3 or 4 people that they found.
Wow.
Now, you know, that's a sin. You know, this country spends millions of dollars and they send it overseas to feed the kids over there and take care of them. You know what? Take care of your own kids over here first. Take care of the people over here first. You know, we come first before you start sending money over there. We got people that are homeless. They have no place to go. They have no family. They're starving and they're dying out in the street. That's not fair. You know, so this government, as far as I'm concerned, that's what I think about it. Money should stay in this country first. Anyway, so enough of that. Now, we have a great show today.
We do.
You know, we've had this guy on the show before.
We have.
Oh, man. And we're at Lombardi's Pizza on Spring, right on the corner of Spring and Mott. And let me tell you something. This is the oldest pizzeria in New York.
It is.
And it's the best pizza in New York. Oh, there's a lot of pizza around New York. Sometimes when he's not open, I gotta grab a slice somewhere else. But I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled with this pizza. So I try to wait until you open.
Well, I want to just say one thing.
This is John, the owner of the pizzeria. All right, Johnny boy.
I want to say one thing and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
This is, like Vinny said, is the first pizzeria in America.
It is.
And we're approaching our 110th year, which will be March 19th. We will be celebrating. And the first pizza is 5 cents, which is rolling back to the original price for a pie. So tell your close friends, if you want to save them a few bucks, the first pie is 5 cents, okay?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Me and Mariana will be here.
Absolutely.
Maybe even the husband might be here.
Okay,
Who knows?
excellent.
But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, at one point, you had pizzas at 5 cents. I don't remember what that was.
That was the 100th anniversary,
100th anniversary.
Yes.
2005.
Oh, okay. And then somebody complained about the soda was a little bit more than.
A woman, a nice old lady, but she was mad that I charged her $1.75 for a Coca-Cola and 5 cents for the pie.
It was 5 cents, right?
But she took the pie and
I'm
In other
sure
words, the whole
she
thing
enjoyed
goes to
it.
$1.80.
yeah. But anyway, we had a great day that day. I had a band playing here in the streets because we had lines around the block. So to entertain them, a friend of mine came with his band. He has a pizzeria in Queens, and they were playing Italian music through the streets, marching into the place, just to keep everybody occupied while they were waiting. Yeah. Well, we had a great day. We're going to try to duplicate
I'm
it.
sure this is going to be
Tell them a little bit of
fabulous.
your secret. How come your pizzas are so good? About your oven and all that stuff.
We cook here with a brick coal oven, which is 110 years old, and I fix it every year. I have to. The heat is so intense that every year the bricks burn away right next to the fire. So every year I have to close for a day just to replace those bricks, so it doesn't burn straight through. And so the coal oven I cook at between 800 and 900 degrees. It's 2200 degrees right in the fire, and that's why the bricks burn away little by little. But that there enables me to cook a pie in 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, the pie is done. So by cooking in that time, everything is crisp, the cheese is cooked just right, and whatever toppings are on cooks quickly. This way they're nice and juicy. A regular oven might take 10 minutes
You
to
know, you're
cook.
telling me all this, I might open up a pizzeria right quick.
Yeah, well, be my guest,
The whole
okay?
idea is the underneath to be black and crispy, but inside to still be soft, and the yeast to be soft and tender.
I like the inside light and airy
Yes.
with all nooks and crannies, and the top nice and juicy.
Nice and juicy.
Okay? That's the key to making a
the
good
key,
pie.
yeah.
Besides, I use all the top ingredients.
You ever get anybody try to copy you?
Well, they try to copy my clam pie. And, you know, we cook with fresh clam pies here. And for anybody that loves clams and seafood, they go crazy for my clam pie. So I've had people try to copy that, but what happens is they don't sell enough of them, or it's too expensive, or whatever the reason, they wind up then going to canned clams.
If you ever find a
There's no
place that's
comparison.
trying to copy you, let me know and I'll badmouth the place.
Okay.
There you go.
They wind up bad-mouthing themselves, like I'm
Themselves.
explaining.
Yeah.
They switch to canned clams, and then everything is ruined anyway.
Of course.
So that's, and plus
Well, I don't know about badmouth because I badmouthed, I won't even mention the name, I badmouthed a place in Little Italy, and I had problems with this guy ever since.
so it's better to let them hang themselves,
You're
okay?
right, you're right. And I think you know who the guy is, right? Or should I keep?
I don't want to know.
Good, the less we know, the better.
Yeah.
That's why they say, you know why most Italians have short necks?
Now, John, since the inception of this pizzeria in 1905, how long have you been the owner of this pizzeria?
21 years.
21
But
years.
I've been coming here since I'm 5 years old. And my father used to leave me in this restaurant with the grandson of Gennaro Lombardi, and we would play all day, and then we would bother his grandfather. We would make dough balls and throw them at each other, and then hit him once in a while. I had a great time growing up, coming in and out of this place. And then lunchtime, he would make us a pie, a couple of Coca-Colas, and then after that, we would relax and fall asleep for a couple hours, and then my
To
father would
digest.
come and grab me.
Yes.
So that's how I knew a good pie.
Yeah.
And we duplicated what his grandfather used to make to the T.
But when did the idea hit you that you wanted to join this place and actually become the owner? When did that finally come into?
About 23 years ago, and it took us a couple of years to find the right spot.
I see.
And we found it right on the block, half a block away from the original store. Because what happened at the original store, the subway runs right underneath it. So from 100 years of rattling and the vibration from the subway and the intense heat, the oven fell apart.
Oh, wow.
So we found this oven here. It was collapsed, but I was able to have it fixed by some guys from Italy, the father and two sons. And one of the sons still takes care of the oven for me every year. So the first couple of people that I had look at it told me they couldn't fix it. These guys fixed it, and now one of them maintains it for me every year.
Sometimes when I go to another pizzeria, if I have to look when you're not around or I'm not in town, I have 2 slices of pizza on full. But when I come here, I can eat the whole pie.
Because the way I make my dough, everything is light.
Light.
The sauce, light. There's no sugar in the sauce. A lot of guys put sugar in the sauce, sugar in the dough, so that it gets crisp. The sugar makes the dough get crispy. I don't use none of that. So it's all fresh ingredients, pure. That's why.
Because I know the 2 slices fill me up And one whole, well, then again, because when I eat the whole pie, I feel real too.
I've seen you eat a whole pie here, you know that?
You're right.
So,
Well, it's hard to stop with
Try not
just
to
one
come in
slice
here.
here.
I try not to come in here hungry. I don't want to look like a gabon. You know what I mean? But it's okay. But I stopped, what's today? Monday. Unfortunately, I stopped eating Saturday. I was all prepared for this week. I'm only joking.
that's all right. Today you got a
I love this guy.
disconception,
Yes.
okay?
I got a new name for him. You know what that is?
No, what is it?
Come on, Mr. Hollywood.
Ah, of course.
Ah, thank you.
There's nobody better than him. I gotta get a picture of Mr. Hollywood. I watch.
All right.
That's beautiful. That's good. And wow, that's so nice.
And John, as far as your schedule, are you in here every day? How
I'm here every day. I take Sunday off, but I'm here every other day.
you have to oversee
Every day or every other day?
Every day.
Every day.
Except Sunday. And then I might come in on Sunday too, just to see what's going on.
Sure.
Do you,
Yeah, you know you gotta watch.
oh man, when I was young, I used to be a magnet, but that's another story.
Okay, but you gotta watch.
I gotta
Vinny.
tell you one quick story. I worked in a place called Jilly's. Now you know Jilly's.
I used to go there.
Miami Beach, South.
Oh, okay.
Back in Miami Beach. And the guy, I don't know who the hell he was or who his friend was. So the guy made me a maitre d' in there. So I met Jilly one time. I didn't know. He goes, you sure you want the job? And he said, yes. But I want you to know. He said, you know, if you ever find any money in there, you know, you got to tell me about it. He said, you see that jar up there? And it was like a wall, like a beam right across. I said, you see that little jar up there? I said, yeah. He said, you know what's in it? I said, no. He said, a finger. I said, a finger? He said, yeah, we caught some guy stealing. Because the next jar's going to have 2 fingers. He said, so you sure you want a job in there? You want to think about that? I want the job. I ain't going to say. He goes, well, one other thing. If you ever find money in here, don't ever think it's yours. You take it, you pick it up, I'll put it in your pocket, hold it up in the air, bring it to the bar, and when I come in, you tell me all about it. So one day I looked, there was a $10 bill. I went, and then I looked at the judge and
You knew what you had to do right
I
away.
went to the register, I told the guy, Dominic, whatever his name is, started to was Dominic, put this in the envelope. And then when he came in, I said, Joey, I said, I found $10. Where? I said, over there. What'd you do? I put it in here like you told me, you know? So we get to the bar, he takes the $10, he puts it in his pocket. He says, here, he gives me $3. I said, what's that? He said, that's for finding the 10. I said, I get $3 because you think you're my fucking partner. You found the money in my place. I don't want the $3. I want the $3. Thank you, you know? So that's what you got to do, you know? No matter how, I used to, and then I worked at a couple of places. No matter, even if they don't deal with money, they start taking home steaks. They take home steaks. They put them in there.
Oh yeah. So if you have a business, you gotta watch the business.
You have to watch everything. Oh man. See, they can't sell for me no more because I did it. Well, but I'm like a hawk.
You don't have to confess nothing now.
No. I watch like a hawk.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm like a hawk. You know, if there's 10 steaks in there, I count them. I want to see 10 later. You know. Oh, but anyway. But that's right. You have to keep an eye on everything.
And to make sure the right quality is going out. Okay? So there's a lot of things you got to watch. That's first with me, the quality, to make sure every pie that comes out.
And you had the biggest calzones in New York, I think, too.
Well, I got the tastiest calzone, okay?
You got the what?
The tastiest.
I know there was somewhere near there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, man.
You guys hungry?
Yeah, a little bit.
After talking about this
What do you
delicious
want? You
pizza,
have
of
some?
course.
Because I'm getting hungry. I wanna have some pizza.
Well,
We should.
how much, I don't know, well, we already ordered, but we're gonna have it just before the end of the show. You tell me when. He's gonna tell me when. And then we already ordered, then it'll come out.
Fine.
But I think ideally why this business has been so successful, it's the passion with how you run this business, the passion behind the quality of the food, the quality of the pizza, of the ingredients.
And don't forget, I stepped into somebody's shoes who was the first guy to have pizza, and he did everything to the T.
Yeah.
So that's what I got to follow in order to do the right thing here. And when I'm ready to retire, I hope my son, which so far he shows me
That he's interested.
yes, and he does do everything right. He'll take over.
Yeah.
So this is something to just keep the flame going, so people could come and enjoy at the first pizzeria in America. And this is like eating a slice of history.
Yeah.
Right? People that come to New York, to these Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, they come to Lombardi's too. So I have something I have to live up to.
You're
Your name is
offering
all over New
history.
York. In all these like hotels and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the cabs, Mayor Bloomberg had my Lombardi's in when you get in the cab in the TV.
When they have the promos, yeah.
So
And you've been featured on the Food Network as well.
correct.
And he's the only guy I know that trades his car in every month. What do you have?
Nah, no more. I'd stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
I used to see him one time on an SUV, what do they call those big Hummers and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that was like driving a truck. That was another job.
Oh man.
Oh.
What do you? Can I ask what you're driving now?
It's a Jaguar.
Oh,
Jaguar.
at least we're still up there. You know what I mean? Jaguar, good boy, good boy. Is it a 4-door at least?
Yes.
Very good.
Okay.
I had a Jaguar when I was a kid, but it didn't belong to me.
Well,
Was it a Jag? I don't know if it was a Jag or something like that. I used to have a lot of cars when I was a kid.
That didn't
Until I
belong
got-
to you.
Until I got caught. That's another story.
You would just
Oh,
take
man.
them on a joyride.
The what?
You would take them on a joyride every once in a while.
The one time, you remember when I robbed the police car? I do remember. I robbed the police car on Mott Street. And I made the turn onto Bleecker. I got caught. I got stopped. I got caught in traffic.
Wait, how did he rob a police car?
Well, because years ago, when cops used to go to police, to scene, used to leave their doors open and everything, and you didn't have to lock them like they did today, and they would run into buildings or chase you down the street.
Yeah.
So it was me and Eugene. So I said, the cops said, let's get the car. All I wanted to do was just sit down and run the siren.
Yeah.
And and make some noise in the car. And he said, "Finish the cops." And I turned around, two of them were running towards the car, one on each side. They were, about 100 feet behind it. So I panicked and I threw it in drive. Went around the corner, I got caught in traffic. So they sent me away a little bit, 2 months upstate New York.
listen, the main thing is I see you turned out to be an upstanding citizen.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Okay?
That's it.
So we all had a
That's the
little
most
problems
important
when
If
we
you
were
ever give me a
younger.
job, just don't let me, I don't want to be a cashier.
I don't want you touching no money here, okay? Because I love you too much, okay?
You can be the host.
I just want to be the
When
host.
people come in, you welcome everybody to
I don't
the
want nothing
parties.
to do with the money.
Okay.
That's good. And I would be a good host.
Vinny, you got a way with words. You got a way with yourself that
There's no one like Vinny.
you make people feel at home right away.
Yeah,
That's true.
you really do.
It took a lot. It took a lot of me going away and learning my lesson. And then I just made a turnaround. And I figured, you know what? I got to do the right thing.
Well, good for you, because not many people can say that.
What?
Not many people can say that they go through all these troubles
You're
when
right,
they're younger,
you're right.
but they never
And
get
so
over
your
that.
son sees that you're on the right road.
Exactly.
That's another main reason.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
Well,
Now, during any given week, is there a night during the week that's more popular, that's more that you?
I think
Overwhelmed with reservations?
Friday or Saturday
Yeah.
night, is the two busiest nights.
The busiest night.
Yeah.
And what about seasons, as far as here in New York?
January and February is the quietest 2 months, especially with this weather we get.
Of course.
Now today we're doing a little more business because the holiday, the President's Day, but it's been a quiet month with this weather,
Yes.
and I guess after the holidays everybody's tight with money. But
people want to come in.
this
warm
week,
up.
I think the kids are off from school too. This coming week, so whenever the school is out, we do better business too.
It's too loud right now.
It's supposed to
Next
be
week, right?
to save money for the heating and everything. They take a winter break for
Yes.
a week.
I wouldn't know anything about that because I did very little school. Very little. I'm not proud of it, but I quit school in the I got left back so many times. By the time I got to the 8th grade, the kids were calling me Uncle Vinny. And I quit school in the 8th grade with a third grade reading level.
Okay. I graduated high school in the Army. I went in the Army. I went in during the Vietnam War. I got my high school diploma, and I wound up in Thailand supporting the troops in Vietnam. That's when I was in the Army. I know I don't look it, but I'm 66.
You are kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
you're older than
17
me?
in the Vietnam War.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're older than me.
Yes.
I don't know about that, but
I
But,
would have never thought.
yeah.
Amazing. It's the pizza, right?
well,
It
my
keeps you
pizza,
alive
my
and
pizza,
healthy.
believe
Yes.
me, you can eat it and not gain
And not
weight
gain weight.
because of the freshness and everything that's pure. Okay.
Bless you.
And because you're doing what you love.
66
That
with a
keeps you
Jaguar.
rejuvenated
Yep.
and healthy and alive.
Oh, man. 66 with a Jaguar. Nobody. Listen to me. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody. You know what? I can see you in a convertible. That's what I can see.
Well, we're gonna.
Convertible on Miami.
Yeah, I'm working on it. We'll work on that. All right.
When you get that car, let me know.
All right. All right.
You know? Oh, that's good. Well, you deserve it. You deserve everything that you got. You worked hard for it. You have a great place here.
Yes.
The food is great. People are all nice in here.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, if I was just 2 blocks away from here, I would come here almost every day and eat.
Well, that'll happen soon, huh?
That's
It might,
true.
you're right.
That's
It
true.
might, yeah. When they start taking the applications, they're calling me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get into that now.
All right.
Yeah, but they're almost finished. They said June.
We'll see.
I'm moving from the 5th floor down to the 2nd floor. So when you walk in, not one, but the 2nd floor.
Okay.
Same line, that's where I am.
All right.
'Cause I couldn't make 5 flights.
Now,
And plus, I gotta move out of where I am now. Where I am now, I got 2 big, huge bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, a dining area, pantry. So I'm gonna be moving from an auditorium to a cell, which is okay. But at least I own it. Number one. And but where I'm living at, it's nice. Except on one side of the street, I'm not putting anybody down. One side of the street's all riffraff. The other side's all Jews. So hang out with the Jews.
they're all right in my book.
They teach
Yes.
me. They teach me a lot.
Yes.
And the other side teaches me a lot too. They,
So we only have a few minutes left.
You
Sorry,
only have- yeah, oh,
sorry to
okay.
interrupt you, but I think we
And,
should get our
The
pizza.
riffraff teaches me things too.
Oh.
How to hold a knife, how to hold a... I'm only joking. But anyway, but I'm coming back. And when I do, you'll see a lot more of me.
Listen, you're welcome here anytime, okay?
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
us
you.
today.
Thank you. Anytime. Anytime. And
We bring Andrew and Johnny. And
David.
David, yes.
David, okay.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk a little more about the anniversary. We still got a couple.
Okay. So just to go over with you, March is going to be, this is 110 years Lombardi's is open. So in March, I'm rolling back the prices to 5 cents for the first pie to give everybody a chance that maybe they can't afford it. 5 cents everybody could afford.
5 cents. You know what we do? Some of us come in. I'll order a pie and you order a pie. So send it to each one.
There you go.
And again, the cake boss is going to make a big cake for that day, for that occasion, and we're going to have party. March 19th.
Wait, March 19th. Oh, February 19th. No, that's February 19th. That's Chinese New Year. That's this week. March 19th. Why am I thinking I have something? I'm gonna keep that day open. March 19th. The weather's a little bit better then, right?
Yeah.
And the 5 cents, that was the original price?
Yes.
Amazing. You're able to do that.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, Mariana, I only carry bills, so make sure you got a handful of nickels. Come down.
Hey, Vinny,
I'll
you
be
don't
some
need a
free
handful.
change.
First
I
pie.
just one, all
First
right.
pie.
All right, a big one. Big cup. You
Yeah.
bring one, I bring one. All right, I'll bring 2.
Because you don't want to be like that lady that complained about the soda, right?
I'm gonna order the pie and a glass of water.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Vinny.
Okay.
I gotta put my money in this place. I'm gonna order sangria, and like I was saying, that girl from Buffalo. I met her last week. She came with 4 girls, 3 of them, one of them, nice. She said, "You're gonna have a drink with me?" I said, "Yeah, I haven't done a drink with me." I got wasted. She was as straight as a pencil. She got back in the cab and went home.
That's your
You have a
fault.
low tolerance, Vinny.
Huh?
That's your fault.
You're right. I was trying to get her loaded.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. I got loaded. But a few times I tried to let me tell you something about Mariana. Mariana could, you give her a bottle of wine, white wine, you put a straw in it, she'll still be as
Oh
straight
my
as a
goodness.
pencil. God
Not
bless
true,
her.
America.
God bless her. God bless her.
That's what you
Okay.
think.
All right.
We, how much? Oh, 2 more minutes. That's what I said. 2 more minutes. So in the meantime, did you wave to the waiter?
Yes, I
You
did.
did. Okay. Guys on the ball.
So you're 2 minutes away from enjoying a beautiful pizza
The
today.
best pizza,
You're
the
telling me
first
nothing I don't
pizza.
I got some fresh mozzarella balls that I want you to try, and I got some homemade meatballs that my mother-in-law's recipe. They're out of sight, so enjoy yourselves, okay?
Please. We sure will.
Thank you so much, John.
Sure.
This is such a
I
treat.
was trying to lose weight, but that's why I should
Okay.
stay away from this.
You're gonna try the meatballs, right? Okay, all
What
right.
is the most popular dish you would say, other than the clam pie? Is there something that...
I'm gonna tell you mine is roasted peppers and mushrooms. We roast our own peppers here, fresh peppers, and we use 4 different kind of fresh mushrooms. So that's even a little healthier than the regular pie for me. So I like that.
That sounds delicious, huh?
Mariana Stones, you ain't gonna get drunk.
You're getting nervous now because you're getting close to eating the pea. I see.
He's so excited.
I
He's
see you
very
getting ready.
What you talking about?
You're getting nervous because the pizza's coming.
Right. I know.
He's getting all jittery.
My middle name is Food. But that's good. How much more time do we have?
1 minute.
1 minute. Look at that. One.
Wow. I remember before I met you last time that you were in the show on the studio that you kept on talking about John and Lombardi's because I had never been here and I didn't know much about the history of this establishment. And I'm just saying that what you've done and the creation of this is absolutely amazing. And what
Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.